Did you just get your wisdom teeth taken out, or are you considering getting your wisdom teeth taken out and you want to make sure that afterwards you take proper care? I'm here to help you learn that today. I'm Dr. Rachel Miro. I'm a dentist here at Dental Implant and Aesthetic Specialists. Here are my favorite tips that I usually tell patients after they have their wisdom teeth taken out. The first thing is, and it's really a day of thing, is we give you some gauze to bite down on, and that really just helps the area condense, kind of stay tight, make sure that you're not bleeding. One thing that's an old myth, but it actually works, is if you are having a little bit of bleeding after your wisdom teeth extractions, you can actually bite down on a black tea bag. And that is one of the greatest ways that you stop bleeding after wisdom teeth extraction. Usually if that stops it, then you are good. If for some reason it is prolonged, you definitely should call your doctor and make sure that they take a look at it. The first 24 hours after the procedure, you might experience some swelling. One of the best things to do is just apply ice to the area. Ice really helps keep that swelling down and helps you stay comfortable. After having your wisdom teeth taken out, another thing that you want to be conscious of is pain medication. Advil and Tylenol have been proven to be extremely effective, especially when alternating them. So we want to make sure that our patients are prepared to take Advil and Tylenol after the procedure. And if you're wondering if you can take ibuprofen, ibuprofen is Advil. Another really important thing to think about after you have your wisdom teeth out is what foods can you and what foods can't you eat. Normally, you can eat most things. The first couple days, we definitely want you to have a softer diet, but things that you definitely want to avoid are really spicy foods, really hot foods, and then little things that can actually get stuck in the area where those wisdom teeth were removed. Even though you should have a little syringe to rinse out the area, you don't want to rinse the area too aggressively. So we want to make sure that you're avoiding those foods that could possibly get stuck in that area. These types of foods are like little seedy foods, little grainy foods, things that are small and you might think you can eat but actually would get stuck in the area. A really common thing is strawberries. Strawberries have tiny little seeds, so if you eat something like a strawberry, it might wedge in that area and cause you discomfort that could be avoided. Even with the soft foods that you're choosing to eat, you want to be careful, because grainy foods like quinoa, rice, they can actually get stuck in the area. And even though if you do this, you'll be okay, it will just cause you unnecessary discomfort. Other foods that you may want to avoid are little crunchy foods, because when they break down, they get stuck in there. That's like potato chips, Doritos, things like that. You definitely want to avoid those. You also want to avoid really hard foods. Your mouth is going to be tender just from the procedure, from opening your mouth for a certain period of time. So we want to avoid anything too hard. Common foods that you can eat after are soup, mashed potatoes, pastas, really anything that's somewhat soft. Really be nice to yourself those few days after your procedure. A good rule to play by is if while you're eating you're causing yourself discomfort, then maybe you should take a couple days before you eat those foods. Another thing that you might want to minimize after you have your wisdom teeth taken out is exercise. The first 2 to 3 days after, you want to rest and take it easy. This means, you probably don't want to go on a 5-mile run and get your heart rate up, get bleeding, because that'll just cause throbbing pain in the area. No heavy lifting, no long hikes, nothing that really gets your heart racing those first 2 to 3 days. This will really help minimize the discomfort you're in. One of the biggest post-operative complications, which can be easily avoided after having your wisdom teeth taken out, is what we call dry socket. A dry socket, it's when the blood clot in the area where the tooth was removed basically becomes dislodged. This would cause a pretty painful scenario for you. In order to avoid a dry socket, you really want to avoid anything with a sucking motion. A lot of patients think that after wisdom teeth extraction, they should drink everything out of a straw. This is a myth. You should not use a straw afterwards. The motion that you do in your mouth when using a straw could cause you to get a dry socket. Another really common thing to avoid is smoking. Any type of smoking, from vaping to actual cigarettes. You want to avoid that because the motion of using them really can cause you to get a dry socket, and we want to avoid this at all costs. If you know you need to get your wisdom teeth taken out, or if you have any questions regarding the procedure, please reach out to us at Dental Implant and Aesthetic Specialists. I'm Dr. Rachel Miro, and I'm here to help you watch your mouth.